This is FYF Sportsman Lamont. We are back with another podcast episode. Just back to drop some NBA rumors. NBA rumors are circulating the rumor mill once again. It involves the Golden State Warriors and Andrew Wiggins. Before we get started, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to the video if you haven't done so already. Make sure y'all checking out our live streams, man. There's so many of y'all that I see in the comments. There's so many of y'all that I see checking out or commenting on the community posts. But we have too many of you guys that are unsubscribed. I'm looking at the analytics. It still says that 49% of you guys that watch the videos are unsubscribed, man. You guys need to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can stay locked in on everything that we drop here at FYF Sports. It also helps to follow us on Instagram and Twitter as well so you can get all of the notifications when a video drops. But again, today in the rumor mill, news has kind of started to circulate about a proposed trade for Andrew Wiggins. Now, we know that these trade rumors are going to start circulating around his name because of his refusal to take the vaccination. And because of where they play in San Francisco, there are mandates that don't allow him to play unless he's vaccinated. And for a player that the Golden State Warriors are paying $30 million to, in a season where they can't afford to waste another year of Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and Draymond Green. They only have so many years of championship level play out of these guys. They cannot afford for Andrew Wiggins to be a liability and throw a monkey wrench into those plans. Now, he's come to Golden State. He's been a much better defender. Offensively, he's been high and he's been low. Sometimes can disappear. But Steve Kerr loves the way this guy plays. I don't think he's really lived up to being a $30 million guy, but he's been very good for this team in his role. Warriors can't afford to not have him on the court, especially for home games. They need him on there. They need him out there. And so with his playing status up in the air, there has been a trade rumor that has been proposed to the Minnesota Timberwolves. All right, we're going to break down that trade and those details to that trade right now. So the trade proposal consists of Andrew Wiggins to the Oklahoma City Thunder, Karl-Anthony Towns to the Golden State Warriors, and this is in a proposed three-way trade involving the Minnesota Timberwolves. We're going to break it down. Since the start of the 2021 offseason, there were rumors swirling around Andrew Wiggins. We heard his name get thrown in the Ben Simmons trade talks. All right, we saw the trade offer that the Sixers brought to the Golden State Warriors where they asked for Wiseman, Wiggins, 7 number 1 picks. Again, Golden State definitely turned that down. They're compromising themselves too much by doing that. But even though the Warriors aren't necessarily actively trying to trade him, they will pursue a trade if it means that they can significantly better their roster and give themselves a better chance to win a championship. I believe that adding Karl-Anthony Towns to that roster would do that. That would give them a 4th star, and that would give a lot of star power to a team with a lot of veterans on that bench. So let's get into the details of this particular trade. So the details of this particular trade basically are: proposed trade scenario, the Warriors would get Karl-Anthony Towns, major piece, and they would get a 2025 second-round pick. The Oklahoma City Thunder will receive Wiggins and 2 2022 first-round picks. All right, so we know that the Thunder are in the business of collecting these draft picks that would add more picks to the ones that they already have amassed. The Timberwolves would also get James Wiseman, Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, and Luguentz Dort, and also a 2026 first-round pick. Now, does that work with what Minnesota's trying to do? Is Minnesota in a win-now mode? They've kind of been stagnant. The last few years, even though they've had D'Angelo Russell and Karl-Anthony Towns. That just hasn't seemed to work. They have some good young players, Malik Beasley and those guys, Vanderbilt. It just hasn't really turned into wins. A lot of talent. Nothing's really amounting to actual wins. So I think making a major shift like this for Minnesota could potentially be good. But you're getting a lot of question marks back. Is Wiseman a good enough replacement for Karl-Anthony Towns? But I mean, if you're going to be in the lottery anyway, you might as well do it with young players. All right. But you also have Jonathan Kuminga, a promising rookie. He showed a lot in Summer League. Moses Moody, also a promising guard. Showed a lot in Summer League. And then you have Luguentz Dort, a great defensive guard who helped OKC in the playoffs a couple of years ago. So we've seen his value. All young players, all young talents, all young players with the potential to be all-stars, maybe outside of Dort. A lot of these guys have the potential to be all-stars if they hit their potential. But what do you guys think about that proposed trade? All right, I think the Thunder would be a very intriguing landing spot for Wiggins. You know, it wouldn't put him closer to winning an NBA title, obviously. But I like the look of him playing on a team that's rebuilding. It could possibly speed up Wiggins' development, and it could allow him to emerge into a superstar. This is what a lot of people think he could have been coming out of college. He was slated to be a superstar, not just an average journeyman type of player who can put up 20 a game. All right. When we compare that to Golden State, Wiggins is expected to receive more playing time and a more significant role in the offense if he goes to OKC. So we know Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he takes up a chunk of the offensive load, but he needs help. We saw that last year. Wiggins could provide that help on top of his improved defense. All right, but then that would all only make sense if he could mesh with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I think their games are kind of parallel. They kind of play the same. Gilgeous-Alexander is a little bit shiftier, a little bit more methodical. I think he's more talented, but I think Wiggins is a better defender. All right, has more experience in this league. All right, what did the Warriors get out of this? The Warriors are trying to get a fourth star on their roster. Karl-Anthony Towns would significantly improve the Warriors roster on both ends of the floor. He would give them a reliable scoring option under the basket. This is somewhere that the Warriors have struggled. Even through their championship runs, they didn't have a reliable scoring option under the basket. All right, this would be one of the first times they've really had a legitimate scoring threat that could score down low. He's a great rebounder. He's also a great facilitator and rim protector. The best thing about it is he spaces the floor. All right, so I mean, what more could you ask for out of a big man outside of Karl-Anthony Towns? So last year he averaged 24.8 points a game, 10.6 rebounds, also 1.1 blocks, on 48% shooting from the field, and also close to 40% shooting from the three-point line. So I think his style of play, man, unquestionably would merge with everything that Golden State's trying to do. I mean, I think Golden State, if this trade proposal is real, I don't think they would hesitate to pull the trigger on a move like this. I don't think they would hesitate. So, and then lastly, we have to look for the Minnesota Timberwolves. In exchange, the Timberwolves receive a younger replacement for Karl-Anthony Towns in Wiseman. Wiseman, potential-wise, is supposed to be one of the better centers in the league, but can he hit that potential? All right, the two lottery picks that they will receive, Kuminga and Moody, those are both promising 3-and-D guys. Then you also have Dort and future first-round picks. And that future first-round pick that Minnesota will also get, I think it would add a lot of young talent to that roster. But then how does that talent amount to winning? All right, we've seen a lot of teams in these trades get a lot of talent. But, man, if you can't get those pieces to start working together and start winning games actually on the court, it's going to seem like a waste. We saw Houston do that with James Harden. Got a lot of small, minute pieces back. Didn't really amount to nothing. Now they've lost all of that. So you have to be careful when you're traded for a haul of picks, because you cannot play all of these guys at the same time. Some of these guys play the same position. Some of the guys already on the Minnesota Timberwolves roster play these similar positions. You got Anthony Edwards. You got Jonathan Kuminga, kind of parallel players. All right, somebody's going to lose playing time. How does it make them better? How do they make it work where all of these young guys can mesh and start winning? For the Minnesota Timberwolves, I feel like, look, where you are now, even with Karl-Anthony Towns, you're not better. The experiment with D'Angelo Russell hasn't worked. Why not start over with a boatload of young talent in Kuminga and Moody? But there's a lot of things that would have to be considered. I think out of all of the trade proposals that I've seen a lot of trades with Ben Simmons. I've seen a lot of trades, involving Malcolm Brogdon and a lot of other players. I think this trade right here is one of the most intriguing that I've seen, if it's proven to be accurate. So again, this is just a rumor. It's just a rumored trade. We don't know how true it is, but it was rumored that this table is on the deal for the Golden State Warriors to consider. And again, if I'm Joe Lacob over there, I'm not hesitating to pull the trigger on this deal. I'm signing off on this immediately. Putting our Karl-Anthony Towns on the same court with Klay Thompson and Steph Curry, along with Draymond Green to facilitate it all. Again, you would have another problematic Golden State Warrior team in the league. And they would instantly become one of the 4 teams favored to win the title if they made that move. Obviously, would have to work on the court, but again, you always want to get the talent first and figure everything else out afterwards. Hey, you guys, let me know what you think about this trade. Have you heard about any other trade scenarios in the NBA? I want you guys to let me know. Let me know what you think about this trade, any other trade ideas you might have. And would this trade put the Warriors back into title contention? I think it would. I'm sure a lot of you guys don't believe so. Are the Lakers too strong? Are the Brooklyn Nets too deep? Is their offensive firepower too much for a team like this, even with Karl-Anthony Towns? All right, well, we'll be back with more sports and news later. We got all types of live streams coming this week, man. Hopefully we can hit our 30K subscriber mark, man. This has been a grind, y'all. It seems like we hit 27,000 subscribers, and man, it's just been a grind to get to 28. All right, we're getting close to 29. I think we had went over 29 and it dropped back down. It's just like this algorithm is crazy. So let's just hit that 30,000 mark so we can look to the 50K mark and continue to grow from there. I mean, y'all saw my community post, man. Salute to everybody here at FYF Sports, man, for staying loyal, man, watching all of the videos. We just surpassed over 3.5 million views on the channel, y'all. Because, you know, when I first started this channel, I never thought that was even possible. I mean, to know that my videos have been viewed over 3.5 million times, man, that's crazy right there. That's crazy to look at. But you know, when we look at some of these larger channels, that's still a minute number. I mean, obviously we got to have goals. We're trying to hit bigger goals, but man, you know, the growth of this channel, man, the loyalty of the fan base, man, is unbelievable, man. So salute to you guys for helping this channel get to where it needs to be. FYF Sports Community Basketball game coming soon. Those details, we drop them every live stream. So look, if you want to participate, make sure you email us or just join one of our live streams. We'll get you that information so you can participate. All right, but it's FYF Sports. Been another great podcast episode. We'll be back with more sports and news later. But until then, it's FYF Sports.